The Colorado Rockies home opener this year was 51 minutes speedier than last year's. Faster games means fans have less time to spend money at concession stands, specifically on very expensive beers. The Rockies announced today they are going to join other teams in extending alcohol sales through the 8th inning. A state legislator tells our Marshall Zellinger he's going to extend the reach of his office to see if they might be able to regulate that.
If you are in need of assistance.
The Colorado Rockies are traveling today. The concessions are empty. But when they're back at Coors on Monday night, concessions that normally closed after the 7th inning will be open through the 8th. The Rockies announced on social media that because of new Major League Baseball rule changes, alcohol sales will be extended through the 8th inning. Pitchers and batters now have a clock requiring them to be ready faster, and the stats show it is working. Last year, through the first 7 home games, all but 2 Rockies games were longer than 3 hours. The shortest, 2:48. So far this year, the longest is 2:47, and the shortest, amazingly, 2 hours, 14 minutes. Extending last call in Coors Field means more chances to drink and, let's be honest, sell beer.
We could have some reasonable regulations on when liquor sales need to end before the end of an event.
Democratic State Senator Kevin Priola, who was behind to-go alcohol during the start of COVID, is not a fan of fans drinking later at Rockies games.
I sit on the Opioid and Other Substances Use Committee, and I think it's something we might take a look at this year, along with substance-free seating.
Priola had a bill die earlier this year that would have required 4% of a venue's seating to be substance-free. Let's just say he's not making friends with the sports teams.
I already have my tickets, so.
If someone's going to a Rockies game, we want to make sure that they plan for a safe way to get there and a safe way to get home.
Fran Lanzer is the executive director of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, which does not normally take a position on alcohol sales to people older than 21.
If people are 21 and older, they're being safe and responsible. We're not against drinking. That is a private choice. When you choose to drink and then get behind the wheel of an automobile, then it becomes a public safety concern.
The Denver Broncos cut off alcohol sales at the end of the 3rd quarter. The Colorado Avalanche at the start of the 3rd period. The Denver Nuggets at the start of the 4th quarter. Policies differ by team and state. For example, the New York Jets and New York Giants cut off alcohol sales just after halftime.
One thing we hear a lot about is that, well, we'll have more time to sober up. And the science just doesn't support that. If someone is above 0.08 at the end of the 7th inning or at the end of the 8th inning, they're not going to be safe to drive at the end of the game.
There is no law or policy that restricts the time alcohol can be sold until. I even checked the liquor license with Coors and the lease agreement with the Rockies. This is from the lease agreement, by the way. Quote, the Rockies will determine the price and quality of the product sold by the concessionaire.
No.
So let's talk about the price.
Not the quality.
Price and quality. I got to get through price.
Yeah.
I want to do a story on why the price can be what, I know why the price can be what it is at venues because I just read it from the contract. Let's talk about the quality.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Listen, this could be an easy place to drag somebody, but I'm not going to because there's a microbrewery there at Coors Field, the Sandlot. The quality of beer at Coors Field is as good or better than any major league ballpark out there. So I have no complaints about the quality. The price.
To be determined in a future story.
TBD. All right, Marshall, thank you.